It's time to make savory, delicious shrimp and grits. This meal is a quick and easy go-to breakfast or evening meal that your family will enjoy. Start by heating up your skillet to medium and lay down some bacon. The thing about bacon and grits is you can really make as much bacon as you would like. You can make them super crispy or cook them down, leaving just a bit of fat on the ends. Enjoy these last few minutes of the bacon sizzling in the pot. We will come back to this in just a moment. I remember when I first started cooking, I always put the stove on high. Like, there is never a time that the stove was not going to be put on high. Medium did not exist in my household, so there is a lot of burnt bacon in my past before I really learned. But that's also, a great way to make the bacon extra crispy. Just jack that thing up all the way up to high and then watch it burn out and be crispy. While our bacon is frying, let's use this time to prep up the rest of our ingredients. Chop up some parsley in thin slices. Avoid chopping up parsley too much. When you chop them up too thinly, it will release water and become all mushy. This is also a reminder, you just want to get the fresh herbs whenever you have a chance to. Fresh ingredients really in general. I've seen the pre-sliced parsley before, and it's these dried up looking bits that kind of like they were thrown in a microwave or an oven for just a tad bit, and it just doesn't really look attractive on a plate. And half of it is making your plate look good, so you'll want to eat it more. So get fresh ingredients. I was going to edit out myself cutting these green onions because I forgot to put it in a dish, but you can put green onions on your dish if you like. It's a good pop of color and it adds a little bit of a texture difference between the shrimp and grits. I would recommend using the top part simply for garnish, and the middle part you can actually go ahead and throw inside with your grits while it's simmering. Look at this bacon fry away. Seriously, I never knew how mesmerizing bacon can be. It's up to you how long you fry this bacon for. We're going to chop these up later and add them in our grits. We will also save the grease to cook our shrimp with. The bacon oil will provide an extra boost of flavor, and it will also make the shrimp a little bit salty. So if you're trying to avoid salt, you can use a neutral oil instead. Grab a block of sharp cheddar cheese and get to grating. When it comes to grating cheese, it is important to clean the cheese grater immediately afterwards. If you don't clean the grater, you will have one hell of a time cleaning up dried cheese from the grater. I've been there before. You don't want to be there. I had to soak it in water and then come back and scrape it, come back and scrape it. It's not a fun time. I think the torture level is right next to cleaning a butter explosion in the microwave. Did you know you can put garlic inside of a small container and shake the life out of it to release the skin? They sell these garlic rollers and you can use them to peel the garlic skin off, and I'm considering doing that because I don't like vampires, especially watching Sinners. But in the meantime, I'm just going to shake this up a lot. I finally decided that it was time to free my bacon from the fiery frying pan and give them a slice. Slice up your bacon and put them to the side. We will use this later for our grits. Using Tony's Creole seasoning, use them to season the shrimp very thoroughly and then give them a toss. And I'm living up to the name here because if you ain't sneezing, you ain't seasoned. And I was tossing that shrimp so much I had to let out a big sneeze during the toss. Just trying to get my practice on and get a little bit better with my tossing technique, but use a spatula if you have to. Using a rasp, take some garlic and grate it out to create garlic paste. If you don't have a rasp, you can either slice up some garlic or just use garlic powder on the shrimp instead. But don't have the garlic cooking by itself for too long, as garlic doesn't take too long to cook and it will burn after sitting alone for too long. Next, lay down layers of shrimp in your skillet. Now, I'll be honest with you. You can put them in one by one and get a nice bit of color on them, or you can kind of just dump them in all at once and mix them together to cook them down. There really isn't a right or wrong. If you enjoy having color in your shrimp, then don't overoccupy the pot. Place them down and then flip them and you'll get a nice brown color. But I was also able to achieve that by just continuously mixing them around once I saw a nice good brown on them. And I had a hungry 4-year-old, so I decided to go take the express route and just dump it in. Add in some Worcestershire sauce, and trust me, I did practice saying that, and a squeeze of lemon for extra flavor. Once our shrimp is cooked, remove it from the pot and just set it to the side. We're going to pour chicken broth in a pot over a medium heat. Once the pot begins to boil, add in your grits and a copious amount of butter. Reduce to a simmer until you reach your desired consistency. And there you have it, folks, shrimp and grits. Easy to make and a great addition to your repertoire of recipes. If you learned something today, hit the like button and subscribe to see more recipes like this. Until next time, see you later and have a great day.